Tell us about. I don't even know what this thing is called. Because you went to your default.
By default.
You know
Rom
what kind of
coms.
movie? What kind of movie was this?
Rom coms. They said it was a rom com. Um, so it's a weird period right now. It is June, the beginning of June. The order is about to change. There's a lot of different things going on. The networks are, just finishing up upfronts and things like that. There's really no TV to watch. There's TV to watch. There's always something to watch. But like my mainstays, the things that I was watching through the winter or through the spring are gone. They're over. They're done with. You gotta wait. It's like that slump where there's certain things happening, but like not the rigorous schedule that happens in the fall and winter months.
Right.
So I'm running out of things to watch.
So you went to your default.
So I said, I went to all the apps and I said, let me look for something to watch. And I said, let me throw in a movie. I tried to watch, actually, what I tried to watch was, I felt like watching something like rom-com-y. I wanted to watch Our Family Wedding. I don't know if you've ever seen that. But for some reason, I saw Jumping the Broom, which is a different movie. I saw that pop up, and for whatever reason, I was like, I don't want to watch that because Paula Patton gets on my nerves sometimes. I just can't. I can't. It's too much. It's too much sometimes. So I was like, what other movie can I watch? And then I said, oh, I love Our Family Wedding. I'm gonna try to watch that. It was not available. I had to pay for it, and I just felt like this movie is old as shit. I'm not paying for this. Like I I'm not paying $4. I don't care that it's $4. I'm just not going to pay for it because I feel like it's an older movie and I'm pretty sure I have a DVD of it somewhere. Anyway, my point is I said what else can I watch? I go to Netflix. And then I discovered that the new J.Lo movie has come out. It's called Office Romance. So,
There you go.
what'd you say?
That's it. And there you go.
Right. So I said, let me watch it. Cause listen, as a girl who, I mean, I don't watch a lot of rom coms these days, but as a girl who used to be in the throes of all of the rom coms back in the day, I love a good rom com. And J Lo, one thing J Lo gonna do is be in a rom com. Okay,
Yeah.
J Lo has cornered that market,
Hmm.
and she was one of them ones. Like, you can say whatever you want about J Lo, but back when rom coms were popular, J Lo was one of them ones she was in a lot of them. Like
Yeah.
that was definitely her lane. I
And then
like that.
Homegirl took over from Friends.
Cool.
The blonde.
Oh, Jennifer Aniston.
There you go.
I feel like Jennifer Aniston was before J Lo, but maybe not. I don't know. I thought she was before. Anyway, there's a bunch of the rom com girls from back in the day: Jennifer Aniston, Katherine Heigl, Meg Ryan.
Drew
Like
Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. Like there's a bunch of them that were like working the rom coms a long time ago. J Lo is definitely one of them. Now I have seen, I think, pretty much all of those. They're not the greatest movies, but they're fine. Like you have a little fun, you know what's gonna happen, there's no jump scare, it's great. Like you move on with
I
your
would
life.
imagine there's no jump scare in a
But
rom
but
com. I
I'm
almost
just
said something else.
I'm just making the point that like it's an easy watch. It's nothing
That's the
crazy.
idea. Yes. Chick flicks
It's
are supposed to be an easy watch.
it's an easy watch. So I said let me watch this. I wasn't gonna watch it. I actually looked at it and I said, do I want to do this right now? And then I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna watch. This might be her worst one.
No, Jiggly or Giggly, whatever it's called.
Oh, what was it, Geely?
That shit. Even the
With
rom-com people hated that one.
with Matt Damon? Was it Matt Damon? It wasn't
No, it was
Matt
with
Damon.
Ben
It was
Affleck.
the other Ben Affleck. Okay.
It was
Yeah,
Affleck.
I don't remember Geely too much, to be honest. Um, but this is not good. This is not good. It's called Office Romance. Also, what drew me in is that the way they positioned it was that, um, it's a CEO of a company and the lawyer of the company. They're having this like hot and heavy romance, unbeknownst to the company, because there was a strict company policy that employees were not
Oh,
supposed to
let me tell you
fraternize.
something. Those be the companies where mad people are fucking around on
Yeah,
the low.
yeah. But so they were doing their thing and all of that. They, have whatever dalliance they have, and they're falling for each other, I guess. I think that's what they were trying to portray. But this just wasn't good. This was it was like it's her, it's J.Lo, it's his name is Brett Goldstein. I know a lot of people know Brett Goldstein. I think he's one of the main characters on Ted Lasso. He writes a lot. Like, people know him. He's very well known. I haven't seen all of the things that Brett Goldstein has done, so I not my ministry. But apparently people love him as well. Um there is a scene in the movie where someone is having a baby and they show the baby coming out of the woman's vagina. And I was confused by that because why? What was
I was about
the
to ask you why.
what? So basically, she's J Lo's assistant in the movie. She's really annoying throughout the whole thing. That's kind of the purpose. And she can sense that something's been off since they had a business trip. The lawyer and the CEO had a business trip to the Dominican Republic. She can sense that something's been off since
Hey,
then.
you got to give it up in the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
Just saying. You go to
Is that where
Dominican
it goes
Republic.
down?
That's what I'm told. I'm told that's where it goes down.
Okay.
I don't have any research of my own, but that's what I've been
I,
told.
I've been to the Dominican Republic several times, and I don't think I've ever given it up in the Dominican Republic.
And I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. But that's what I'm told. I'm told, if you go to the Dominican Republic, you got to give it up.
Interesting.
That's what I've
Now
been
I
told.
know. Now I know for next time.
There you go.
So she senses things. Anyway, she goes into labor. There's like this whole thing going on throughout the movie where the assistant is like, "No, I'm not going on maternity leave until the baby comes, and then I'm coming back the next day." Which I was just like, and then J Lo's always like, "Well, can I make you go home?" And she's like, "No, I'll sue you." I didn't understand this because I was like, people have fought for women to get maternity leave. It just
And
seems
men.
so strange. It seems so weird to me. I was like, but I don't understand. In fact, they force you, even if you don't take it all in the beginning, some companies will force you to take your leave at some point, I think within a certain time frame after you have a child. It was weird. Like, I was just like, why are why are y'all hell bent on making this the narrative? I don't understand, because again, there's been a lot of fight to make sure that women have parents, not just women, but that parents have the time they need after they have a child. So
Right.
this was just so odd to me. And she does what she said she was going to do. She comes back the day after she has the baby. But the day she has the baby, it's in the office because, of course, her water breaks in the office. She goes into labor, and the only two people there are J Lo and the lawyer, who have now broken up. Spoiler alert.
Nah, I can't even watch it. You ruined it.
Anyway, they're like, okay, we got to figure out what to do. They're both at her side, and she's like, well, I got to have this baby, but I'm not having the baby until you guys tell me what happened in the Dominican Republic. In what world would this happen? In what world would an executive assistant be able to force the CEO of the company to disclose their personal business or who they're sleeping with? Like, I just didn't understand that. I was, and literally doesn't, like, keeps yelling at them to tell her, and then finally they tell her. I'm like, what is this?
J.Lo movie.
And then all of a sudden they pan down and it's the baby's head coming out of her vagina. There's nothing wrong with childbirth. I don't understand why that was necessary. It was so strange to me. It was like, this has nothing to do with anything that's been happening in the movie. We did not need to see the baby coming out of, like, what are y'all doing over there? It was odd. It was like they tried to be crass, but like it wasn't necessary. I didn't like it to the point where there's 15 minutes left on the movie. I have not seen it.
You couldn't get the last 15 out.
No. Actually, I
You
stopped
made it
it
that
right
far.
before. I didn't know that the baby scene had happened. I had stopped it 30 minutes prior and said, "I'm done with this." And then I was like, "Fine, I'll go back." And I went back for another 15 minutes. And then I said, "That's it. I'm out." Because I know how this ends. They're going to end up together
That's
because
how
it's a
rom-coms
rom-com.
go.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't need to see the ending to know what happens.
Right.
She's given a press conference. This is the last thing I saw. She's given a press conference, and he interrupts the press conference, and all I could think about was Cardi B and Offset.
Oh, it made me think about Dwayne, Wayne, and Whitney.
They were the first ones. But also Cardi B and Offset. You know, I talk about that all the time, about how Offset disrespected her when he did that. Whether y'all see it or not.
Yeah.
It's the same thing here. She's giving a literal press conference that is being televised. And you come banging on the window. What are you doing? No, now we really can't be together. How about
Right.
that? How about that? Also, the J.Lo, I get it. Like, okay, two things about J.Lo. One, J.Lo did what she came to do. Like, I don't even have any issues with her acting or anything like that. J.Lo did what J.Lo does. Um, I want to know if J.Lo has something in her contracts that say that she has to be shown, uh, not necessarily naked, but like almost naked in every film she does. Because I feel like there's always a scene where they display her body in some way.
Yeah, because she work out so much, you want to make sure y'all know. Hey, listen,
Yeah,
listen.
and
You see me.
no beef with that. It's just interesting to me that every film that she does, like in the later years, I would say, there's some sort of scene where her body is it's clearly meant to be on display.
That's how she's getting more roles. You know what I'm saying?
I guess so.
Yeah.
They do a little beach scene where she's in her little bikini and she says something like about her body, and I'm like, they did this on purpose. Like, does J.Lo ask them to do this? Is this like a part of the
Mhm.
contract?
That's how J.Lo, you know.
I wouldn't waste. I don't usually tell y'all should watch something or not watch something, but I'm gonna say I wouldn't waste your time. I
Right.
wouldn't.
Got it. Thank you for affirming that.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, I try not to watch most J.Lo movies, you know.
Definitely don't watch this one. Go back and watch one of the old ones. The new ones are not good, but this is probably the worst of them, in my opinion. That other one was pretty bad too. The one with Owen Wilson a couple years ago. That was bad, but this one is worse.